Turns out my squad were the ones who found me. Ever consider a career as a Dominion Marine? You'd make quite a scout. My squad said you were looking for Lieutenant Gellin. Have you found him? What do you mean? First, a hurricane blows out of nowhere and destroys our fleet. Then, an able-bodied Dominion Marine is captured and tortured to death? What else was in that cave? Some kind of sacrifice? This is too big for my squad to handle. We need reinforcements. Nistel spotted a beached ship nearby. It looks intact, and she spotted Dominion sailors aboard. We need to combine our forces and find who murdered Lieutenant Gellin. My squad and I need to pull his body out of that damn cave. Would you warn us? Wait. Take this. I found some glow juice while I was looking for my squad, but they're on the mend. You'll get used to the taste. We'll be along shortly. Watch yourself.
You aren't a slick-arsed sea viper or a cabbage-mouthed castaway. State your business with the crew of the Prowler. The hurricane killed hundreds of Marines. Why does it matter if one of them died in the cave? Oh. Well, the Prowler is like a hen in a wolf den until she's seaworthy again. Maybe your Marines can prove they're more than two-legged cargo and shiny armor. If they pitch in, I'll consider reinforcements. They up for it? Or are they all talk? And I'm sure they'll be as useful as they were in the hurricane. Should they care to prove otherwise, they're welcome to do actual work patching leaks in the Prowler's hold. Maybe they can locate a replacement helmsman's wheel in all this wreckage. Oh, and our Sunsighter. It must have fallen overboard when we beached. Our lookout saw those skink-fingered pirates make off with it. You'll have to get the Sunsighter back, any way you can. Sure, talking's easy. Barnacles on the arse. They're all sea elves. Malmer, they call themselves. Nothing more than pirates, if you ask me. Some say they have a connection to the water itself, but it's a lie. Anyone can learn weather magic like they do.
These aren't Dominion sailors. They're privateers. Just our luck. We'll show that old sea cat what Dominion Marines can do. Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you want, I can send him out to look for a helmsman's wheel. Suit yourself. Anything else we can do? Nistel is as good with a mallet as she is with her sword. I can have her patch the Prowler's leaks. She'll have those leaks fixed in no time. What else? Onglorn is our best tracker. He can recover the Sunsighter in no time. I almost pity the sea viper who's holding on to the Sunsighter. Onglorn will recover it soon enough. What else needs doing? Edalus is the best scrounger in the regiment. If you want, I can send him out to... He's on his way. Anything else we can do? It's time for that mangy privateer to make good on his promise. Maybe you should do the talking. I'll just rub it in.
That was fast. All right. There's room on the Prowler for your Marine friends, as long as they work for their meals. I said I'd consider it. Captain Jimala is the only one who can make that call. Something you'll want to hear. You just made the Prowler seaworthy, and Captain Jimala always pays her debts. Go talk to her. She only bites if you give her good reason.
Due to your efforts, the Prowler is free to sail once the tide comes in. Those Marines did their part as well. I have no reinforcements, but I offer something better. I know who's killing the Dominion soldiers, and I know how to stop it. Our lookout watched the Sea Vipers drag a Dominion Marine into a cave. Later, he saw your friends remove the Marine's body. If we weren't so short-handed, I'd have ordered his rescue. But 3 of my own crew were missing. Before we understood the danger, I sent my crew to scavenge among the shoals so we might repair the Prowler. We thought they disappeared, but one just returned, and she tells a harrowing tale. The Sea Vipers happened. Now there's a new storm brewing, and I fear they're the cause of it. Mustangui recovers below. Hear what she has to say for yourself.
The Sea Vipers are insane! They're trying to create another hurricane! Sir Verkvild and I were scavenging for a replacement helmsman's wheel when the Sea Vipers ambushed us. They brought us to the island with the beached Dominion flagship. They'd done things there. Terrible things. Those filthy Maormer dragged my mates up and tied them to these serpent-shaped statues. Then they started chanting, and lightning surrounded them. That's when the storm began to form around the island. Yes, I'm sure of it. It was a terrible sight. The Sea Vipers were so caught up in the ritual, I slipped free. I tried to grab Sir, but the lightning held him fast. Then one of the Sea Vipers yanked at him. I saw the Maormer's wrist glow. The Maormer wore lodestones on their wrists. It let them ignore those lightning bonds, but I couldn't find any more, so I jumped off the ship and swam for it. Please, don't let them sacrifice my crewmates.
Sur and Werkveld returned just after the skies cleared up. They're a bit damp, but otherwise all right. My lookout says I have you to thank. Then we'll finish repairs and shove off at high tide. Oh, your marine friends fended off sea vipers while you rescued my crew. They're welcome aboard, as long as they want. Perhaps we'll see you at Mistral. You'll always have a place on the Prowler.
We've got some flooding in the hold, Captain!
closer. Stop. Stay back. Heed my words. You endanger more than your life should you approach. A fool who paid the ultimate price for ambition. But I would see none fall as I did. You must leave.
The book before you is cursed, as are its two siblings. Can't you hear it call to you? Then perhaps you're strong enough to resist their call. If you find them and bring them to the shrine, you might finish what I could not. Please, I beseech you. The books are a darkness that must be erased from the world. The curse upon each tome is designed to feed souls to oblivion. But if you are able to resist their pull, you can collect the tomes and bring them to the shrine for their destruction. On the shores of Canathi's Roost, beyond the town of Mistral, it is lit by an ever-burning flame. Should you collect all the tomes, bring them to the shrine without delay. No matter how strong you believe you are, I fear the tomes are stronger.
Please, a moment. Please, I need your help. My master's life is in danger. I'm part of an expedition from Eagle's Strand. While we explored the Temple of the Morning Springs, the dead began to rise. The others fled, but my master never emerged. Aurelian taught me to know when I should ask for help. Well, I'm asking. 2 magical wards seal the temple, marked by emblems of a scorpion and a spider. If you can keep the undead away while I disrupt the wards, we can search for Aurelian together. How about it? I have no doubt Aurelian can protect himself. But if he's trapped inside, we need to get him out. My master and I had little to do after the shipwreck. When the locals mentioned a temple where the fountains never run dry, we leapt at the chance to investigate. Ilsil insisted on leading, of course. Ah, so you've met him. My master calls him Eelkill. Something about an experiment gone wrong many years ago. The Morning Stone you saw came from this temple. Ilsil was barely able to remove it before the undead fell upon us. Aurelian thought it could be used to control the weather, perhaps prevent another hurricane. Ilsil disagreed, of course. He insisted on studying it further at Eagle's Strand.
You have such intricate. Turn back. You aren't welcome here. I'm whatever I wish to be. I change bodies like high elves change clothes. Though the corpses in this temple limit my wardrobe. What does it matter? Ah, the name for my newest outfit. His flesh sags a bit, though the power in his bones reminds me of my youth. And the robes. I'd forgotten the feel of silk upon newly won flesh. Set foot in this temple and see for yourself. Such commendable posture. I could definitely wear you in the autumn. As for Aurelian, he's fit for display under full moons all new. I tired of this. Leave or die. It matters not.
That can't be good. We need to get those wards down fast.
spider weaves the web around its prey.
Watch for undead. I'll disrupt the ward. May the eight protect you.
Scorpion's poison courses
This
through
ward won't
its
keep us out for
prey.
long. The cycle of the two moons seems to be the key to dispersing the barrier. The cycle of the two moons seems to be the key to dispersing the barrier. Is down. But before we proceed, I need to speak with you. When we entered the temple, that skeleton made it sound as though Aurelian was in grave danger. I won't let vague threats keep us from my master, but Aurelian is too important to lose. Perhaps we should think before we act. The Dominion relies on Aurelian for his sound judgment. He's taught countless students the ways of Magicka, including some of the Queen's own advisors. His role in the invasion is paramount for our future success. If anything were to happen to him, thank you. We should keep moving. We found the Morning Stone on that pedestal. Wait, that's Aurelian! What's he doing up there?
Ears that large and you still don't listen. Perhaps you need a few alterations. There was a time when the sound of Uldor's voice commanded the terror of thousands. Why, I'm Uldor. I see your dominion teaches you nothing of my people. I shouldn't bemoan your ignorance. You fools ended centuries of captivity when you removed the Morning Stone. Never mind that accursed blue rock. I'm about to restore my wardrobe to its full glory. Behold this Rorelian fellow. Such vibrancy. I could use more like him, but one must be willing to run through a bolt of silk for the finest coat. I believe I'll keep him. At least until my summoning ritual wears him through. You see, undead are also beige. But I'm willing to adorn myself with hundreds of tawdry outfits in order to collect the more colorful garb at Eagle's Strand. Then drown in a sea of bones.
Leave Aurelian for now. We have to disrupt the summoning ritual. I'll destroy the bone piles if you keep the undead at bay. It'll take a moment to weaken the circle. Keep the undead away from me! It's working! I'll weaken the next circle. One last circle. We can do this! We must do this! Help my master. I'm right behind you.
Stay back!
Uldor! Get out of my body now!
Silence! None command Uldor!